Well, once again, our timing is going to be pretty well spot on with rings 1 and rings 2 at the moment. With class number 327, our Shetland pony Turnout in saddle. Again, our judges accumulating their scores. And on the right-hand side of ring 2, our stock horse judging continue over their case. We've got class number 14, I think as it is, Australian stock horse. Hacker Gelding, 4 years old and over, 15 hands. We saw, of course, many of our horses being asked to work out for the judge. Quite often we see them being put through a more rigorous situation than what they were today, whereby they're opening gates and putting dryser bones across their saddle, etc., to be reminiscent of perhaps carting calves or sheep across the shoulders of the horse.
Well, they generally do that in their time trial as well. I think our stock horse time trials. In fact, if I have a little look on your sheet there, I wonder whether or not we actually have our time trials on today. In fact, I don't think we do.
Not looking there at the moment. Well, look, for those of you who are perhaps maybe even having a look at the live stream today, following on from here, we've got our Australian stock horse, Hack Gelding, 4 years old and now over 15 hands, to be followed by Australian stock horse Hack Gelding, 4 years old and over, 15 hands and under. And in ring 1 here at the moment, coming up very shortly, and I know there'll be a lot of people looking at this at home, will be our Leading Rein pony, 12 hands and under. Not a lot that we can say about Leading Rein, but from the point of view of what the Leading Rein class is, I'm led to believe that that's something I'll be doing myself shortly, was it?
I can only guess that that will be something that you will be doing yourself shortly. But if you want to strike up our fanfare, get our orchestra playing as we do here at Melbourne Show, we are about to announce class number 14 over in our Australian stock horse ring. Class number 14, our Australian stock horse Hack Gelding, 4 years old and over 15 hands. Our winner there goes the way of 1406. What she is, Cosmos, nominated by Kiara Garraway from Heath Hill here in Victoria. Second place goes to 1019, Bunara Jackson, nominated by Emma Richardson from Mount Moriac, also here in Victoria. Third place goes to Taraway Jackson, number 1485, nominated by Amy Britt from East Currajong in New South Wales. And our fourth and final ribbon goes to 245. It's J-Star Hollywood, nominated by Reese Lawson from Balan here in Victoria. So our winner there, the blue ribbon, goes the way of what she is, Cosmos, for Kiara Garraway from Heath Hill in Victoria. As our stock horses parade behind our mounted marshals out here, give them a round of applause as they pass the grandstand for our Australian stock horse Hack Gelding for our horses over 15 hands. Our winner, what is Cosmos. Second to Panara Jackson. Third to Taraway Jackson. And our fourth to J-Star Hollywood. Very shortly, we're still tallying the points here from ring number 1, so we won't be too far away, as it's good to see our judges and stewards down there, giving all of our stock horses a round of applause as they head past our juniors. So again, congratulations to all our winners and place getters down there from ring number 2.
Well, time to announce our winners coming up here for class number 327. Our Shetland pony turnout in saddle. And Wagner's again turnout pad, valued at $1,000 from sixth or from second down to sixth, also receiving a $100 voucher, of course, supplied by Peter and Caroline Wagner from Wagner's Saddlery. And our winner also receiving a beautiful garland created by Lynn Melbourne and presented by Mr. Stan Fear. And Tough Rock again to the fore very much with a product supported by them as well too. We move from sixth up to first. So let's have a look who has placed in sixth position of our littlies out here. Number 1271, Tara Park Opal, ridden by Sabrina Gilmore, exhibited by Jordan Barnard from Essendon in Victoria. Our fifth ribbon will go to 1282, Carrigwin Athena, ridden by Annabelle Richardson, exhibited by M. Makar from Torquay in Victoria. Fourth placing will be awarded to number 1799, Culverdale Heritage, ridden by Grace Baines, exhibited by C. Knox Morgan, S. Knox and A.E. Bowen from Munbulk in Victoria. Third ribbon awarded to number 711, Chesapeake Park Paparazzi, ridden by Amelia McDougall, exhibited here by Katrina McDougall from Gisborne, South Victoria. Our red ribbon, the second placing goes to number 1789, Oak Park Paramount, ridden by Annabelle Richardson, exhibited by Emma Richardson, well, from ring to ring, from the stock horses to the ponies. They've got 2 awards here in a matter of minutes. And our winner, our blue ribbon, goes to number 1049, Corowin Show and Tell, ridden by Sienna Wright and exhibited by Lee Purchase from Miners Rest in Victoria. Lee, well known to many of us through the racing world, and also has always produced some wonderful Shetlands over a long period of time. A prolific shower of our Shetlands. So to Lee, congratulations, a nice reward for you with young Sienna on board today of Corowin Show and Tell. So that's class number 327. Our leading rein, class 254, follows. And that's leading rein pony 12 hands and under.
We welcome back into our Herald Sun Arena now, our stock horses. This time we're underway with class number 15. It is our Australian stock horse hack gelding for our horses 4 years old and over, and it's for our horses 15 hands and under.
Well, over in ring 2 at the moment, our stock horse class that we have there. And as you heard Casey say beforehand, we refer to the stock horse, of course, as the breed for every need. And this is class number 15, Australian stock horse hack gelding, 4 years old and over, 15 hands and under. So we're really the smaller hack style, I suppose we might say, Casey, for this particular breed and size of horse that we've got out here at the moment. Interesting here to see what our judges are requiring them to do. We only have a very, very small class, but at the same time, we've had some excellent animals out there so far this morning. And the first of our Royal Melbourne shows, the first day of our Royal Melbourne shows for 2019. So perhaps we might watch with a little bit of interest as to...
Well, it's been quite interesting so far to see that a lot of our stock horse competitors have travelled down from New South Wales from what we can see so far. So it's wonderful to see that the prestige that is Royal Melbourne Show is bringing people in from interstate to come and compete here to vie for all of our ribbons. So it's wonderful to see. And as you can guess by watching this horse work around at the moment, they really are a gentle, docile kind of animal, which is why we call to them as a breed for every need, as you say, Dad, because not only are they gentle, but they're also very agile. They have cat-like speed, and you can see the power and the performance there.
Have a look at the extended trot of this horse here now. You know, it's almost like something you'd see out of a hack class, isn't it? Straight into the canter.
It is. They're very well educated, as you know, because they have to be. If they're working on a cattle station, they need to be very resilient in terms of being able to stop on a 10-cent coin, really, spin, turn, and go and chase a cattle and cut it back into the herd. What we're seeing out here now is a little bit different. We're not simulating that, of course, but very impressive flying change through the
Impressive,
centre
wasn't
there.
it? Yes.
And of course, when we refer to the flying changes, that's keeping the horses balanced. You can see that the horse's inside leg there is the leading leg of the canter. As now we're moving through to an extended canter or a hand gallop the judge might have asked for. And that means just increasing the speed. You're not allowing the horse to go full pelt, but you're a controlled gallop. We call that a hand gallop.
Isn't it funny? You often see in some hack classes as well too, especially in the off-the-track series, when someone is asked to extend down one side or whatever the case may be, they tend to sit there, the rider tends to sit there and just make sure everything's right instead of doing what the judge asks for. And so many times we've seen a winner come from someone who's dared to challenge what the judge has asked and dared to challenge the horse. I mean, you should know underneath you what your horse is capable of doing.
Well, I'm thinking last year that was an example of our Gary Owen winner last year in Rebecca Farrow and stage presence. When she watched everybody work, she thought, this year I've got nothing to lose, so I'm going to go out there and own it. If I don't do a good enough workout, I'll wear the egg on my face. But if I do a good workout, well, everyone's going to have to chase me. And that's exactly what happened. She nailed every aspect of what the judges were looking for. And in this case, you can see with our stock horses, they do just that. They are such a well-performed horse. And
Well,
it's not very often that you see them do anything wrong.
This is going to be interesting, this judging here. We can't say too much, of course, naturally, because we're broadcasting to the general public here, but from a live stream point of view, of which I believe is heading out, the interesting factor here is we could talk you right through all of that, but this will be really interesting to see where our judge goes with this. We saw a lovely workout by the second horse. We didn't pay a lot of attention to the first one, so this will be really interesting to see where our judge places these two here at the moment. Meanwhile, in ring one, we have our Sheddies, our pony turnout in saddle, and again our Lilies are out here in leading rein. By leading rein, of course, we mean that the handler hasn't got hold of the horse as such with full control, but the lead rope or the lead rein is to be there and controlled.
In the left hand, have you noticed
Yes.
that? They've got a lead in the left hand, which means that the person that is out there with our little Lies is not, as you say, it's the rider that's in control. Yeah. The person on ground is just there to help them out.
I think it's more a safety net we might refer to it, Case, is that being the situation?
Well, in a moment or two's time, we shall have some results through from our stock horse section. So we'll keep you all posted, and in a minute or two's time.
See the two of them there at the moment, two wonderful exponents of the stock horse. When you talk about the breed for every need, Case, we can talk about pony club use, we can talk about show jumping, we can talk about what they're being utilised for here. Polo as well too is another, where the Australian stock horse is used. It is spot on. Whoever brought up that cliche or that breed for every need many, many years ago was spot on.
Well, they're tough, really, aren't they? And they've got great endurance and they're fast as well as they've got strength. So they're just a brilliant horse. And look at them standing out there now. It's a beautiful picture watching on our big screen out there.
Well, it's a little bit like the Australian thoroughbred, isn't it, with the Europeans and the warm bloods. In the early days of crossing the warm blood and the thoroughbred together, the Australian thoroughbreds were very much sought after for their breeding. All right, well, I think you've got the good news, so
I do. Well, should we get an orchestra?
Let's journey down. We're talking a little bit of wet weather today, and I've got a funny feeling it's not going to be too far away.
Yes, we're up here in the grandstand. We can see it. Well, class number 15, our Australian stock horse hack gelding for our horses 4 years old and over, 15 hands and under. Our winner goes to 764. It's Gordon Vale Casanova, nominated by Fiona Gordon from Hentley in New South Wales. Our second place then goes the way of number 756, Runaroo Tomcat, nominated by Brielle Powell from New South Wales.
Well, he didn't do too much wrong, did he? We watched two lovely flying changes there, which you'd probably hope for and wish you could do in a hack class or a pony class somewhere along the line. We saw his extended canter. Everything I think that the judge had asked for, this horse did it exceptionally well. And as I said before, even though it lined up second, I said before, it'll be really interesting to see where the judge really does place these.
Well, our judge down there is Craig Young, so we welcome Craig to the Royal Melbourne Show as he's doing a great job. As some people are starting to lose their hats, I'm noticing, across our arena, so it looks as though it might be starting to get a little bit windy out there.
Well, our leading rein ponies have all finished their workout, so it's going to be a little while for them to accumulate the points and find out who our winner is. And we'll bring that to you in just a few moments' time. But congratulations to our stock horses. We'll, of course, be having the stock horses right throughout the day up until 2:30 with the Australian stock horse ridden by a junior at 17 years and under to finish off at around about 2:30. All our junior riding competitions and Shetland ponies classes right through the day. And then our child's pony finishing off the day at around about 5:55 tonight. Of course, we'll have our lunchtime entertainment as well, and your favourite part of the show at 6 o'clock is the fancy dress contest for boys and girls 14 and under.
So for anyone sitting in those grandstands there, ladies and gentlemen, I've just checked the bomb, which is the radar loop, and of course there is a fair bit of rain coming our way. So if you haven't already got your wet weather gear, I suggest that potentially you make your way back and grab yourselves a jacket, because it looks as though in a moment or two's time we are going to get quite wet here at Melbourne Show.
Bit of warmth in the ground, it'll make the grass grow. Actually, I think we're pretty lucky in Victoria at the moment. I don't think there's too many, although getting up towards the Wimmera and up towards Swan Hill, things are a little bit parched. But where I am around the Geelong area at the moment, we have got a good soul of grass, which is great because we haven't had any for a while. You're always going crook at me. Your paddocks are a bit bare, Dad. Well, we can only try. Now you've got fat horses, fat ponies. Class 254, our leading rein pony, 12 hands and under. And of course, our winner receiving a product pack supported by International Animal Health, presented by Mr. Shannon Lawler. So our congratulations as we move from 6th placing upwards. We'll get through these pretty quickly for our youngsters out there as we're starting to get a little bit drenched. Number 802 is placed 6th, Tamari Park Lollipop, ridden by Willow James and Tamara Lee of Whittlesea in Victoria. 5th goes to number 1109, Xanadu of Sefton, ridden by KS Karen Shaw, Chambers Flat in Queensland. Fourth placing goes to 1632. Curlew and Cosset, ridden by Sophie McCarroll and Donna McCarroll from Huntley in Victoria. Third going to number 1828, Brayside Miss Divine, ridden by Miller Romeo, exhibited by LA and L. Smith from Woodend in Victoria. Second going to 508, Barrendale Silhouette, ridden by Alexandra Bowen, exhibited by Knox Morgan and Knox and Bowen from Monbulk in Victoria. And our winner, congratulations, goes to 853, Langtree Unique, ridden by Ivy Aikman, exhibited here by Joanne Dean from Tatira here in Victoria. So congratulations to Ivy and Joanne, taking out the leading rein, pony 12 hands and under. Well, class number 254, leading rein pony, 12 hands and under, of course, has now been done. We are now, of course, looking at our A.G. Hunter, smartest on parade. For those who can remember the famous A.G. Hunter stand here at the show, let's have a look here. And again, a big thank you to, just having a little look. Yes, we are. We're just having a little computer issue here for a moment. That'll do me. Supported here by Prue Hunter, presented by Mrs. Prue Hunter, or Ms. Prue Hunter. Of course, the A.G. Hunter of Northwood Park, thoroughbred stud Seymour. Mr. Hunter was elected to the RASV Council in 1925 and served as a trustee here as well from 1949 and president from 1952 until his death in 1953. He was, of course, the inaugural chairman of the Trotting Control Board from 47 to 53, and the A.G. Hunter stand opened in 1956, was the largest stand around the Coca-Cola Arena until its demolition after the 2004 Royal Melbourne Show. A big thank you to International Animal Health for their support here as well too. Sixth ribbon awarded to number 1305, Kalana Spring Chatter, ridden by Gracie Humphreys, exhibited by Gracie from Nullawil in Victoria. Fifth ribbon awarded to number 697, Rivington Rockstar, ridden by Rosemary Sutherland and exhibited by Edwina Sutherland from Romsey. Fourth goes to 943, Leander Quite Convincing, ridden by Erin McCarroll and exhibited by Donna McCarroll from Huntley in Victoria. Third went to 649, Imperial Vagabond, ridden by Jessica Sharp, Tamara Lee and Jessica Sharp's nomination from Whittlesea in Victoria. Number 717 took the red ribbon, second placing to Alvanara Park Handyman, ridden by Chase Jackson and exhibited by Carmen Jackson of Mount Nathan in Queensland. And our winner goes to number 1780, NSJ Town Crier, ridden by Olivia Carter and exhibited by Olivia from Thirlmere in New South Wales. So we welcome our interstate visitors down here to Melbourne Show, and congratulations in your victory today here on the A.G. Hunter, smartest on parade. Well, I think our youngsters will be quite happy to ride off fairly quickly for our A.G. Hunter Smartest on Parade as we get a little bit of respite in the weather. But congratulations. Here going to NSJ Town Crier and Olivia Carter.
In ring number 2, we have the results now for Class 16. Our Australian stock horse hack colt, filly or gelding, 3 years old and under. Our winner there goes to number 527. It's Icewood Fair, nominated by Julie Van Dyke from Cowra in New South Wales. So congratulations to Julie's nomination, Icewood Fair, taking out here class number 16, which is our Australian stock horse hack, which is for our colts, fillies or geldings, 3 years and under.
Class 255, which is our leading rein show hunter pony, 12 hands and under our show hunter ponies. Much more a horse that we look for to carry a little bit more bone, a little bit more solid than the normal pony that we see, or the Australian riding pony as such. And the show hunter ponies have become really successful. Show hunter hacks, show hunter ponies over a period of time. It was very much a sought after event which was pursued by quite a few people without mentioning any names over a period of time, and I think it's brilliant that we now have these classes for these show hunter ponies. A pony I suppose that we might categorise as being strong enough and good enough to take you through the hunting field all day. And we have some really attractive show hunter ponies nowadays. And as you can see, they're quite a solid type. And as I mentioned before, what we may also refer to as probably being a little bit bigger boned than the normal Australian riding pony. So this is our class that we're watching at the moment, leading rein, Show Hunter Pony, 12 hands and under.
For those around our grandstand here watching our ponies today, we've got something different at this year's Royal Melbourne Show, and that is our Show Bag Pavilion. So we're celebrating more than 100 years at the show. Show bags can be found in the Grand Pavilion this year, making it the world's largest show bag pavilion. With more than 350 of these show bags on offer, you'll certainly be walking out carrying something colourful, crafty, delicious, weird, or just plain wacky. If it's me, it's a Darrell Lee show bag and a Birdie Beetle, if that's up to me. So you are sure to work up a hunger searching for your favourite show bag. So once you're done, head on over to the Eat Street. Whether you're craving Italian, Mexican, Indian, or Thai cuisine, Eat Street will take you on a global food journey. What's your taste, Dad?
At this point in time, I'm not too sure what I'd probably devour for lunch, but I can tell you what's happening at 12:30. And being an Elton John fan, this will be right up your alley here. Don't miss out on the internationally acclaimed tribute show, the Elton John Experience. From solo performances to songs with a six-piece band, the virtuoso piano playing and vocal timbre will have you believing the Rocket Man himself is performing at the show. Celebrating one of the world's most legendary performers, I should say, the Elton John Experience performs 3 times a day on the main stage in the Channel 7 Entertainment Precinct. That's at 12:30, 4 o'clock and 6:30. So 12:30, the first of the Elton John Experience. Well, it looks very much like in ring 1 at the moment. Our judge is conferring with Tim, and we'll have those up here on our iPads very, very shortly. Results of the class being judged here in ring 1 at the moment, which is our leading range show hunter pony, 12 hands and under. Class number 255.
Currently underway in our stock horse ring, we are now judging class 11. It is our Australian stock horse hack mare for our mares 4 years old and over, with our horses being that over 15 hands. So that's class number 11 in ring number 2.
All right, about to announce our winners as we are all lined up out here at the moment. What a good class. Our leading range, Show Hunter Pony, 12 hands and under. And we'll change tack a little bit here. We'll go from first down and a sash supported by Michelle McLean. Thank you, Michelle. And a garland, of course, the RASV sash as well. And our congratulations, our winner is number 1192, Palmerston Rosie, ridden by Alexandra Bowen. Exhibited by C. Knox Morgan, S. Knox and A.E. Bowen from Munbulk in Victoria. That's our winner. Our second place getting goes to number 1165. That's Eagle Park Crystal Roulette, ridden by Miller Romeo, exhibited by Sarah Romeo from Bond Beach in Victoria. Third placing goes to 1511, Arcadian Dreamboat, ridden by Zara Webster, exhibited by Ebony Lee from Whittlesea in Victoria. Our fourth ribbon awarded to number 180, Wyan Tiddlywinks, ridden by Ivy Aikman from, actually exhibited by Joanne Dean from Tatura in Victoria. Fifth placing goes to 474, Del the Otis, ridden by Asher Parsons, exhibited by Parsons and Davis from Lilydale in Victoria. And our sixth award goes to number 358, Acadian Enforcer, ridden by Sophie Carter, exhibited by Julie Tonkin via Mangulpa in New South Wales. But our winner, congratulations. The blue ribbon goes to 1192, Palmerston Rosie, Alexandra Bowen, exhibited by the Morgan, Knox and Bowen family from Munbulk in Victoria. Well, our redcoats about to ride off our youngsters here in the leading range show hunter pony. Congratulations here go to Alexandra Bowen on Palmerston Rosie. Second was awarded to Miller Romeo aboard Eagle Park Crystal Roulette. And I think I might have given out Zara Webster as the rider of Arcadian Dreamboat. I'm led to believe it's Willow James, number 1511, Arcadian Dreamboat. Fourth goes to Wyan Tiddlywinks, ridden by Avi Aikman. Fifth goes to the Parsons and Davis family, with Del Otis, ridden by Asher Parsons. And finally, our sixth award to 358 Arcadian Enforcer, ridden by Sophie Carter, exhibited by Julie Tonkin from Mangalpa in New South Wales. All right, we head to your side of the ring, my dear, and we have a look here at our Australian stock horse mare.
Well, as we said, turning everybody's attention now to our stock horse ring. It's class number 11. It's our Australian stock horse hack mare for our horses 4 years old and over. For our horses over 15 hands. Our winner there goes to 1205. It's Pepper Tree Farm Cassie, nominated by Julie Van Dyke from Cowra in New South Wales. So congratulations to Julie. And Pepper Tree Farm Cassie taking our class number 11 here. It's the class for the girls. It's our Australian stock horse hack mare.
Now, we'll have a change of judges as we now move on to our 12:30 time frame, which is class number 346, a junior riding competition, riders 10 and under 12. Then we'll take a break, of course, for our lunchtime entertainment, which I dare say I don't need to remind you, I don't think we'll have too many of our motorbikes flying through the air today amongst this wind and conditions, but hopefully we'll have the D-Max out here. Little reminder to you also that the Victoria Police are bringing to life a series of informative and interactive activations and demonstrations for everyone to enjoy in and around the RACV Pavilion. And you can actually enjoy a new Angus steakhouse. We're looking at food, the affordable classic pub style steakhouse with daily specialty cuts and vegetarian options. The food and drink offering doesn't stop there, with plenty of new and enhanced foodie precincts guaranteed to suit all tastes. Some of the highlights that we've got around Royal Melbourne Show. Remembering, of course, tonight we finish off with our familiar and regular fireworks display. And, of course, brought to us by Brighter on the Herald Sun Arena, which is a great way to finish off our show for the night. Of course, this show was held back in 1848. It's got a long history, hasn't it? Royal Melbourne Show, Victoria's largest and most iconic annual community event, and we're expecting up to nearly 500,000 people here. This year, we've had 450,000 visitors each year and plays an important role in promoting and celebrating agriculture. The show, of course, an integral platform to showcase agriculture, and it provides a valuable opportunity for food and fibre producers to connect with all of you. Would you believe that the RASV provides $244 million in value to the state of Victoria through the Royal Melbourne Show?
For everybody that's sitting around our Herald Sun Arena at the moment, you can see we are underway in judging our junior riding competition. This class is 346. It's our junior riding competition for our riders 10 and under 12 years. Being judged under the watchful eye of Judge Sabrina Durante. Sabrina herself was a champion junior equestrian rider out here when she was younger, and in fact you could nearly say she's grown up here at the Royal Melbourne Show. So it's wonderful to have Sabrina out here, a champion rider in her own right, judging our junior riding. So for those of you that are in the grandstand that don't know too much about what we are looking for out here, Judge Sabrina Durante is really at this point in time judging the rider. So she's looking at the rider's position, how these juniors ride this particular horse, and how forward they can get their horses, whether or not their horses are obedient to the aids in which the riders are giving. So for those of you that are sitting around the grandstands, it is the rider that our judge is judging out here at the moment. So when we eventually do give out our ribbons from first through to sixth, in that circumstance as well, it will be the rider that will be sashed and not the horse. So that's what we are doing out here now. And if it is horses that is your cup of tea, well, in the Channel 7 Entertainment precinct, we have the Magnificent Seven Horse Show. So under the watchful eye of horseman Luke Thomas, 7 majestic Australian stock horses give a spellbinding performance that has to be seen to be believed. So Luke will explain how he trains his horses and the breed's background. He will also take audiences through a training required to perform each captivating routine. So that's on at 1 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, and you won't want to miss it. It's a 15-minute show which ends with a comedy performance entitled The Wild Horse Act. So if it is horses that you are looking for, you can find that in the Channel 7 Entertainment Precinct at 1 o'clock. Well, the last of our competitions before we break for lunch here is Class 346. It's our junior riding competition for riders 10 and under 12 years. Our winner, congratulations, is awarded to number 260. It is Tia Rose Mackenzie riding Corana Neverland. Second place goes to Jessica Sharp, number 114, riding Imperial Vagabond. Third place goes to 1669. It's Lily Ford, Emma Pickstop's nomination from Berwick in Victoria. Our fourth ribbon goes to 1918. Shaylee Joblin riding Maxwell Matador Royal. Our fifth ribbon goes to 667. It's Grace Barnes, nominated by Sherry Barnes from Wandon North here in Victoria. And our sixth ribbon goes to 1819. Erin McCarroll riding Leander Quite Convincing, nominated by Donna McCarroll from Huntley here in Victoria. So well done to Tia Rose Mackenzie taking out our junior riding competition for riders 10 and under 12 years.
All right, thank you, Casey. Well, that brings to a halt the equestrian part of our show. Lunchtime entertainment comes your way in a moment or two. You can strap yourself in for some adrenaline-filled excitement with the Team Isuzu D-Max Precision Driving Team.